Have you ever noticed how some people seem to magnetize money effortlessly while others work themselves to exhaustion and stay in the same place? It's not luck. It's not privilege. It's vibrational frequency. Imagine there's an invisible thermostat inside you. Just like your home's thermostat maintains a stable temperature, this internal mechanism maintains your financial set point. If you're programmed to vibrate at $2,000 per month, you might even earn $20,000 occasionally, but your internal system will sabotage until you return to your comfort point. That's why so many lottery winners return to poverty within a few years. It's not lack of character, it's vibrational incompatibility. And to understand how this thermostat was installed in you, let's start by hearing what Carl Jung has to say about this. The collective unconscious carries financial archetypes that span generations. When you think about money, you're not just accessing your personal memories. You're connected to a morphogenetic field of beliefs about wealth that your lineage has built over centuries. If your ancestors vibrated in scarcity during the Great Depression, during the Dust Bowl, during economic crashes that wiped out savings, that information is encoded in your energetic field. You inherited not just DNA, but a vibrational signature of survival. Exactly. You didn't choose to vibrate in scarcity. You were programmed for it. But here's the good news. Every thermostat can be recalibrated. And that recalibration begins with radical acceptance, as Carl Rogers teaches us. You cannot change what you reject. Many people try to think positive about money while burying the deep shame of being poor. That dissociation prevents transformation. The first step is to look at your current set point without judgment. How much money now? $1,500, $3,000. Be honest, not how much you want, how much you vibrate. And how do you know this? Simple. Look at your bank account. It's the perfect mirror of your current vibrational frequency. Now, Alan Watts brings us an interesting perspective on this. People love to blame external factors, don't they? It's the economy, it's the government, it's my boss, it's the system. All of that might even be true on the horizontal plane. But on the vertical plane, in the quantum dimension, your external reality is just a holographic projection of your internal vibration. If you're vibrating in scarcity, the universe will conspire to deliver scarcity, even if you live in Monaco surrounded by millionaires. And that's a hard truth to swallow, because it means you're 100% responsible for your current financial situation. Not 50%, not 80%, 100%. Jordan Peterson has something crucial to tell us about this. Responsibility is power. When you take total responsibility for your financial vibration, you regain control. While you blame the exterior, you're a powerless victim. But when you understand that your vibrational frequency is creating your reality, you can change that frequency. And the first step is to stop lying to yourself about where you are. So let's do an exercise in brutal honesty now. Grab a piece of paper. Write the exact amount you earned last month. Don't round up. Don't embellish the real number. That's your current set point. That's the thermostat you've calibrated, consciously or unconsciously. Now answer, are you at peace with that number? Or do you feel tightness in your chest, shame, anger, frustration? Observe the emotion that emerges, because that emotion is the vibrational signature keeping you at that level. And if you want to expand from $3,000 to $30,000, you need to understand something fundamental. It's not a change in strategy. It's a change in frequency. Jung explains to us that the psyche doesn't understand abstract concepts like abundance or prosperity. It understands symbols, images, and emotions. When you vibrate at $3,000, there's a specific, emotional complex associated with that value. There's an identity. I am a $3,000 person, and that identity was built from experiences, family beliefs, and social conditioning. To vibrate at $30,000, you need to build a new identity. And that doesn't happen with superficial affirmations. It happens with deep integration. And deep integration requires you to die to the old identity. It's an alchemical process. You need to dissolve who you were to become who you can be. And this brings us to the crucial point of this video. The difference between $10 and $10,000 isn't in the material world. It's in your internal vibrational structure. Now, before we continue, I need to make you an invitation. If you feel you're ready to recalibrate your financial thermostat, to expand your set point and magnetize a new reality of abundance, there's a place where this happens in a structured and powerful way. It's our private group, where you'll have access to advanced quantum protocols, specific guided meditations for financial reprogramming, and a community vibrating at the same frequency of expansion. The link is in the description. But only click if you're genuinely committed to your transformation, because it's not for everyone. It's for those who are tired of living in survival frequency and are ready to access the frequency of conscious creation. Do you think $10 and $10,000 are just different quantities of the same thing? Wrong. They're completely distinct parallel universes. When you hold a $10 bill in your hand, there's a specific energetic signature, an emotional texture, an internal narrative. And that narrative usually sounds like this. This is not enough. This barely covers anything. I'll have to make do. I need to save now. When someone who vibrates in abundance holds that same $10 bill, the narrative is completely different. This is energy in motion. I can multiply this. Gratitude for circulation. Same bill, opposite frequencies. Alan Watts has a profound vision about this. Money is neutral. It's a symbol, a collective agreement, a human convention. But you charge this symbol with emotional meaning. And that meaning determines how you attract, retain, or repel money. If you associate money with suffering, with hard work, with injustice, you're energetically repelling abundance. Even if you consciously say, I want money, your energetic field is screaming money is dangerous, money is dirty, money corrupts, and the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your vibration. Let's be practical here. As Peterson teaches us, most people vibrate in scarcity because they were conditioned to see money as a finite resource. If I win, someone loses. If I have, someone goes without. That's a zero-sum mentality. But quantum physics shows us we live in a universe of infinite possibilities. Abundance is not a limited resource that needs to be divided. It's a field of potential that can be accessed by anyone vibrating at the correct frequency. And what's the correct frequency? Gratitude, generosity, expansion. Let's do a practical exercise now. Grab a $10 bill. It can be real or imaginary, doesn't matter. Hold that bill between your fingers. Close your eyes and observe the sensations that emerge. Do you feel tightness? Anxiety? This is too little. Observe without judgment. Now, mentally, transform that bill into $10,000. Imagine a stack of $100 bills. Feel the weight, the volume, and observe what changes in your body. Do you feel expansion or fear, insecurity? I don't deserve this. This is too much for me. That somatic difference, the difference in what you feel in your body, is your vibrational gap. It's the space between where you are and where you want to be. Jung helps us understand that this gap isn't just mental. It's rooted in your unconscious. There's a guardian at the threshold, an archetype of protection that prevents you from accessing vibrational levels your psyche considers dangerous. And for your psyche, formed in scarcity, abundance is dangerous. Because abundance means visibility, responsibility, potential for betrayal, envy, attack. Your unconscious is protecting you from an imaginary danger, and as long as that guardian is active, you'll sabotage any attempt at financial expansion. This explains why so many people, when they're about to make a financial leap, get sick, create crises, self-sabotage. It's not lack of willpower. It's the internal guardian blocking the passage. Rogers shows us the way. The only way to cross that guardian is with compassion. You can't fight against your own unconscious. You need to dialogue with it. You need to understand that scarcity was once a valid survival strategy. Perhaps for your parents, your grandparents, it was necessary to live with little, to be content, not to dream big. And that strategy kept the lineage alive. But now, in this moment, you have permission to release that strategy. You have permission to vibrate differently. And how do you do this in practice? Through symbolic resignification. Let's do another exercise deeper. Think of a moment in your childhood where you felt lack of money. Maybe your parents fighting over bills. Maybe you wanting something and not being able to have it. Maybe the shame of having old clothes at school. Visualize that scene, feel the emotion. Now, imagine your adult version, vibrating in abundance, entering that scene. You approach the child you were, and you say, I came from the future, and I want you to know that this scarcity is temporary. You will prosper. You will have financial freedom. And everything you're feeling now is preparing you to value abundance when it arrives. Embrace that child. Feel the integration happening. Watts reminds us of something fundamental. Time is an illusion. Past, present, and future coexist in the quantum field. When you resignify a memory from the past, you're not just reinterpreting, you're altering the vibrational signature of that experience, and that changes your frequency in the now. And here's something most people don't understand. You don't need to earn $10,000 to vibrate at $10,000. You need to vibrate at $10,000 to earn $10,000. Peterson inverts all materialist logic here. Most think, when I have money, I'll feel abundant, but the quantum truth is the opposite. When I feel abundant, I'll attract money. Your internal state creates your external reality, not the other way around. So how do you start vibrating at $10,000 while still having $1,500 in your account? You train your nervous system. You start behaving, dressing, speaking, deciding like someone who vibrates in abundance, not arrogantly or falsely, but authentically. You ask yourself, how would I act if I had $50,000 in my account right now? Would I be anxious about $30, or would I be calm, confident, generous? And you start embodying those states. Jung calls this individuation. You're integrating the financial shadow, those parts of you that were repressed for fear of judgment or rejection. Maybe you always wanted to be visible, prosperous, successful, but had to hide it to fit into an environment of scarcity. Now you have permission to bring that part to light. And as you integrate, your vibration changes. And as your vibration changes, your reality reorganizes. Now let's dive into the scientific foundation, because this isn't just philosophy or metaphysics. It's applied quantum physics. According to Helio Couto and advanced quantum physics research, everything in the universe is vibration. The chair you're sitting on vibrates at a specific frequency that keeps it solid. Your thoughts vibrate at frequencies that collapse quantum possibilities into manifested realities. And yes, your money, or lack thereof, is a direct result of your dominant vibrational frequency. Peterson brings us the crucial point. You have a vibrational set point, just like you have a body weight set point. If you're used to weighing 180 pounds, you might even lose weight to 160 with diet. But if you don't change your internal identity, your body will fight to return to 180. The same happens with money. You might earn $20,000 in an exceptional month, but if your set point is $3,000, you'll unconsciously create expenses, emergencies, bad luck to return to the equilibrium point. And this isn't divine punishment, it's neurology. Your brain was designed to maintain homeostasis, stability, predictability, even if that predictability is painful. It's familiar. And familiar is safe for the nervous system. Watts points out the irony here. People say I want change, but the nervous system is programmed to avoid change, because change means uncertainty, and uncertainty activates the threat system. So even if you consciously want $50,000 per month, if your set point is $5,000, your unconscious will interpret $50,000 as a threat to stability. And that's why positive thinking doesn't work. Because you're trying to trick a 200-million-year-old evolutionary system with a 30-second affirmation. Jung shows us that real transformation requires descent into the unconscious. You need to discover what the core beliefs are that sustain your set point. And these beliefs are usually, money is hard to get, rich people are bad, I'm not smart enough, if I prosper, I'll lose my family, I don't deserve it. Money changes people and I don't want to change. These beliefs aren't just in your conscious mind. They're encoded in your morphogenetic field, in your energetic signature, in your cellular memories. So how do you reprogram this? With conscious repetition of new patterns, with experiences that contradict old beliefs, with somatic integration. And Rogers reminds us that all of this needs to happen in an environment of acceptance. You can't force change. You need to allow change. When you accept yourself exactly as you are now, with your current set point, without resistance, something opens. Resistance is what keeps the pattern fixed. Acceptance is what allows fluidity. And fluidity is the essence of abundance. Think of water. It's abundant because it flows. If you try to hold water with force, it escapes. But if you allow it to flow, it fills reservoirs, moves turbines, generates energy. Same with money. The more you cling, the more it escapes. The more you flow, the more it arrives. Now, let's understand the quantum mechanism of this. In the quantum field, there are infinite, simultaneous possibilities. In one timeline, you're vibrating at $2,000, in another, $20,000, in another, $200,000, all coexist now. The difference between these timelines isn't effort, it's frequency. When you elevate your vibrational frequency through gratitude, generosity, trust, presence, you literally shift timelines. You jump from one reality to another. Peterson teaches us that this jump isn't instantaneous. There's a latency period. Just like planting a seed doesn't give you a tree the next week, but the tree is already present in the field of possibilities. You just need to water consistently. And watering means maintaining the vibration, no matter what happens externally. If you vibrate in abundance on Monday because you received a payment, but vibrate in scarcity on Thursday because you had an unexpected expense, you're oscillating. And oscillation cancels manifestation. Vibrational consistency is the key. Watts gifts us with a delicious paradox. Consistency comes from detachment from outcome. When you're desperate for money, you're vibrating in lack. When you're relaxed, confident, grateful for what you already have, you're vibrating in abundance. And abundance attracts more abundance. You need to stop needing to receive. Now, there's a specific protocol to reprogram your financial set point. And I'll teach you in Chapter 5. But before we get there, I need to tell you real stories of people who made this journey. Because theory without examples is just speculation. And you need to know this works in the real world, with real people. But before going to Chapter 4, an important reminder. If you're really committed to this transformation, you need to understand that watching YouTube videos is just the beginning. Deep reprogramming happens with immersion, with daily practice, with a support community vibrating at the same frequency. And that's exactly what we offer in our private group. Inside, you have access to specific guided meditations for each financial block, live quantum reprogramming sessions, and a network of people going through the same journey. The link is in the description. And look, I know your brain might be creating resistance now. I don't have money to invest in this. It's not the right time. I'll wait until things get better. These are exactly the beliefs keeping you stuck at your current set point. The investment in the group isn't an expense. It's a vibrational declaration to the universe. I am ready to expand. Think about it. Let me tell you Marina's story. Marina was 34, worked in advertising, worked 12 hours a day, and earned $3,200 per month. She said she wanted prosperity, but every time money came, something happened. The car broke down. The dog got sick. The refrigerator died. She came to one of our immersions completely skeptical. "This vibration talk is nonsense," she said. But something inside her knew she needed a deep change. In the first week, we did the set point mapping exercise. Marina discovered she vibrated exactly at $3,200, not $3,000, not $35,003,200. And when we asked about the origin of this vibration, she remembered. Her father, a self-employed salesman, always said with $3,000 you can survive. Well, daughter, that had become an invisible ceiling. Rogers shows us what Marina needed. It wasn't more sales techniques or networking. It was internal permission to surpass her father's ceiling. And that permission came through a grieving process. She needed to honor her father's limitation, be grateful for what he could offer, and then give herself permission to go beyond. Not against him, but beyond him. And when she did that, something changed. Jung explains what happened. She integrated the provider-father archetype in a mature way. She stopped waiting for external approval and became her own source of validation. That's individuation. And individuation releases creative energy that was frozen. 2 months later, Marina closed an $18,000 contract on a single project. She had never done that before. And most interesting, she didn't change anything in her work strategy. She changed her vibration. And the universe reorganized circumstances. Now let me tell you about Roberto. Roberto was a rideshare driver. He worked 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, earned about $4,500 per month. And he was exhausted, depressed, hopeless. He got to our work through a friend. At first, he resisted. "This is for rich people, not for me," he thought, but something pulled him. In the process, Roberto discovered something devastating. He believed suffering was the only way to deserve money. Hard work, sweat, sacrifice. He associated prosperity with injustice. Whoever earns well is exploiting someone, was his unconscious belief. Peterson identifies this distorted Marxist belief that contaminated the collective unconscious. The idea that wealth is immoral. And as long as you carry this belief, you'll punish yourself every time you earn well. Because your internal system interprets prosperity as betrayal of values. Roberto needed to completely resignify the concept of work and value. Watts brought light to him. Value doesn't come from time invested, but from frequency offered. You can work 14 hours vibrating in scarcity and not create value. Or you can work for hours vibrating in presence, creativity, service, and generate immense value. The universe doesn't pay for effort. It pays for vibration. Roberto started applying the protocols. Daily meditation, belief resignification, internal narrative change. And in 4 months, something extraordinary happened. He was invited to be a private driver for a businessman. Works 6 hours a day, earns $12,000 per month, has health insurance, paid vacation. He didn't get more hardworking, he got more aligned. Jung shows us what happened. Notice, the universe didn't bring the solution in an obvious way. It wasn't a raise in the app. It was a completely different door that only opened because Roberto was vibrating at a frequency that allowed that encounter. If he'd been vibrating in desperation, anger, resentment, he wouldn't have attracted that businessman. Now, Claudia's story. Claudia was a holistic therapist. Genuine vocation, love for what she did. She earned $1,200 per month. She saw very few clients, charged very little, and lived with guilt for charging. How can I charge someone who's suffering? She thought. And in this, she was vibrating in scarcity disguised as kindness. Rogers clarifies. What Claudia didn't understand is that undervaluing your work isn't generosity. It's self-sabotage. When you don't value yourself, you're telling the universe, I don't deserve, and the universe reflects that back. Claudia went through a deep process of money resignification. She understood that charging well isn't exploitation. It's recognition of the value she offers. And that when she prospers, she can help more people, can invest in training, can create greater impact. Peterson shows the transformation. She left victim mentality and entered conscious warrior mentality. And that changed everything. Today, Claudia sees 25 clients per month, charges $400 per session, and earns $10,000 monthly. And more importantly, her clients have better results. Because she's no longer vibrating in lack, she's vibrating in fullness. These three stories have something in common. It wasn't external change that generated prosperity. It was internal change. It was set point, reprogramming. It was elevation of vibrational frequency. And now, in the final chapter, I'll give you the complete protocol. Let's go. The time has come for you to recalibrate your financial thermostat. And this isn't vague visualization. It's a neurobiological, energetic, and quantum protocol. This is a complete protocol. 21 days of reprogramming phase 1. Set point mapping days 1 to 3. Get a notebook. For 3 days, you'll record your entire relationship with money. Day 1. Write how much you currently earn. Write how you feel about that amount: anger, shame, resignation. Be brutally honest. Day 2. Write the 5 main beliefs you have about money. Not the beliefs you'd like to have, the ones you actually have. Examples: money is hard, rich is dishonest, I'm not good with money. Day 3. Track the origin of each belief. Who taught you this? Father, mother, church, society. Write the complete story. Jung teaches us that this mapping brings the unconscious to light. You can't transform what you can't see. And most people are operating with invisible beliefs that control their entire financial life. Phase 2. Ancestral resignification days 4 to 7. Now you'll do a vibrational cleansing ritual. Choose a moment of silence. Light a white candle, sit comfortably. Close your eyes and visualize your ancestral lineage behind you, all ancestors. And say out loud, I honor you. I'm grateful for everything you did so I could be here. But now I choose to vibrate differently. I give myself permission to prosper beyond the limits you knew. And I do this with love, not rejection. Feel the energy moving. Rogers shows us that this ritual isn't theatrical. It's symbolic. And symbols speak directly to the unconscious. You're declaring vibrational independence, and that's essential for transformation. Repeat this for consecutive days. Phase 3. Somatic anchoring of new set point days 8 to 14. Now you'll train your nervous system to vibrate in abundance. Every day, upon waking, do the following exercise. Sit down, close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Now, imagine you just received $50,000 in your account. Don't visualize vaguely. Feel it in your body. Where do you feel this information? In your chest? In your belly? In your spine? Let that sensation grow. Breathe with it, smile with it. After 3 minutes in this state, open your eyes and write one sentence. I vibrate in abundance. I deserve prosperity. I am a channel for conscious wealth. Peterson explains to us, this exercise is reprogramming your nervous system. You're teaching your body to feel comfortable with abundance. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Until it becomes your new set point. Do this for 7 consecutive days. Don't skip any day. Phase 4. Strategic generosity days 15 to 18. This is where most people get stuck, because it seems contradictory. You're in scarcity, and I'm going to ask you to be generous. Choose a symbolic amount. $20, $50,100. Something that takes you out of your comfort zone but doesn't break you, and donate to someone who needs it, to a cause, to a project. And while you donate, feel gratitude for the abundance circulating through you. Watts reveals to us, generosity is the antenna that tunes to abundance. When you give, you declare to the universe, I have enough to share. and that's a magnetic frequency. Scarcity retains, abundance circulates, and circulation attracts more circulation. Do this 4 times during this phase. Amount doesn't matter. Intention and frequency matter. Phase 5. Daily celebration days, 19 to 21 in the last 3 days. You'll create a celebration ritual. Every money that comes in, no matter how much, you'll celebrate. Got $10 change. Thank out loud. Thank you, universe, for this energy in motion. Got $500 from a job. Celebrate as if it were $5,000, not exaggeratedly, but authentically. Jung teaches us that celebration elevates frequency, and elevated frequency attracts more reasons to celebrate. It's a positive feedback loop. At the end of 21 days, you'll have reprogrammed the deepest layers of your financial set point. But remember, this isn't instant magic. It's applied science. And science requires consistency. Final killer exercise. The quantum check now, the most powerful exercise. Get a piece of paper. Draw a check. Write your name as beneficiary. In the amount, write $100,000 in the written amount field. Write, for vibration of abundance and conscious service. Sign as infinite. Universe. Now, put this check somewhere you see every day. And every time you look, don't think I want this, think, I already am this. I vibrate at this frequency. Peterson clarifies for us. This check isn't a request. It's an identity statement. You're not begging the universe. You're aligning your internal frequency with the reality you choose to manifest. And as you maintain that vibration, the universe reorganizes circumstances to deliver the material manifestation. And now, let's go to the final part this video. Recite 3 times a day, I am abundance in motion. My value is infinite. I deserve conscious prosperity. And each day, my set point expands. I vibrate at the frequency of creation. And the universe responds with wealth. Rogers reminds us. This mantra isn't empty affirmation. It's vibrational reprogramming. When you say these words with conviction, you're rewriting the code of your morphogenetic field. Do this for 90 days and watch your financial life transform. Now, before we say goodbye, I need to be direct with you. You can watch this video, find it interesting, and do nothing, and your life will continue exactly the same. Or you can decide, now that you're ready for real change. And if you choose that, you need structured support. That's why I invite you once more to subscribe to our channel. Remember to leave your comment, like, activate notifications for new videos, and share this content with others. This gesture is very important for us to be able to maintain our work and create new content for you. If there's anything you'd like to see here, leave it in the comments as well, because we'll work to include it in our journey of human evolution. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel too. Give us that support. Inside, you're not alone on this journey. You have a community vibrating at the same frequency, weekly challenges, exclusive guided meditations, and my direct support in live sessions. And remember, the decision to join or not is already a thermometer of your current set point. If you find 10 excuses not to invest in yourself, that's your thermostat keeping you in place. But if you feel an expansion, a genuine desire to evolve, then click, because that's the universe giving you a signal. The choice is yours. I am the Quantum Architect, and you didn't arrive here by accident.